What's up, YouTubers? It's me again. A lot of the people, a lot of my subscribers are a little bit younger, so they might not remember this. But back in the day, they had the PT guides, the Perpetual Tourist Guides by Bill Hill. He was made famous in the 70s and 80s with his how to get a cheap residency in the UK and eventually get a passport. Apparently, how to the banking in SARC. Uh, the Monaco report. I don't know if you guys remember those, but they were pretty cool. They were like a paper, a really kind of inexpensive paper, not bound, but report that came out. You spent about $100 on them. If I recall, you used to send like $100 in cash, if I remember right, and they were all numbered. So he or whoever ran the operation knew how many of these reports were, and they were all numbered. And I guess if you could prove you bought them and you had the number, you got some free advice or something like that. Anyways, what I want to talk to you tonight is about those Bill Hill reports and perpetual tourist reports. A lot's changed since then, since the 70s and 80s. There's not really a whole lot of secrets. The internet and the media, such as we have it today, has kind of, in a way, it's decreased the secrets. Lawyers don't have quite all the inside information anymore. Mostly now, you can just go online and figure out all this stuff. So getting a cheaper unknown or secret residency isn't really quite the thing it used to be. So like in the like they say in the carriage trade, lawyers don't really have these secrets anymore. So that's what I want to talk to you about. Of course, there's really no secrets anymore, but there still are places where you can bank. Uh, Despite what you hear, one of the secrets is you can bank in Central America or the Caribbean. All the banks, if you go to their websites, will of course say you need a passport and government ID and everything in triplicate and banking references and all that. That's partly true, but not exactly. There's still a few secrets there. As far as residencies go, the days of getting a residency in the UK or in SARC, the Isle of SARC, and getting sponsored by a local resident, I think those days are over, unless you're really wealthy and powerful. But if you're just an average guy, I don't think you're going to get away with that anymore. But you can get a residency in a few places in Central America where you don't have to prove any income. You don't have to set up a business or anything unless you want to. And for what basically amounts to lawyer's fees, you can get a second passport, a residency before that, and go from there. The other kind of secrets that you used to talk about in those reports were of course, the sex havens. I won't comment on that too much, but that's pretty out in the open now. Everyone knows about Thailand, the Philippines, Cambodia, Latin America, Mexico, Costa Rica, Panama, Dominican Republic, and all those kind of interesting places for nightlife. So that's not really secret anymore. Um, the other thing is living cheap. Of course, that's not cheap anymore. You can just Google living on $500 a month and get all the hate and all that kind of jazz, all the hate mail and people who say you can't do it, people who say you can, and all that. I would say that the secret on that is just to get off the tourist trail. Like I'm in Guatemala right now. I live on easy 800 or less, easy. And still in most of Latin America, most of Southeast Asia, if you're a single man or woman, you can still fairly easy live on less than $1,000 a month. What else has changed since those books came out? Well, how you earn money. It used to be you had to have a career, or back in those days you had positive interest rates. Now you have in some countries negative interest rates, so you could just deposit your money in an offshore account, earn some high tax-free income in the Isle of Man or Channel Islands, or even like the Monaco report, deposit your money in Monaco or Switzerland, Austria, or let's see, where in Latin America back in the day you would deposit in Uruguay and Panama. I think those days are gone, at least for Americans or people with first world passports. Banking in secrecy there is pretty much a dead end unless you know kind of the secrets of how to set up a corporate account without your name on it. That's not so secret anymore, but mostly if you say that, people don't believe you anyways. you don't really learn about these things and these little loopholes until you come down here and see how things really are. So just to concentrate on the rest of the video, uh, living cheap. Oh yeah, and it's not that hard. Oh yeah, I was going to concentrate on earning a living. That's really never been easier. It's now a lot harder to earn income through your investments. The stock market's going to the toilet. The gold's kind of starting to take off again, but there's really no market anymore, with the exception of maybe real estate in a first world country where you can have a stable income. So now what you do is the secrets now there is earning income online, monetizing through Amazon or putting content up on Amazon. That's what I do, or earning a living through putting up content on YouTube and then monetizing it through Google. I wouldn't become dependent on that, but that's one of the easier ways to get some fast income. Then coaching and consulting; those are all the new ways. Even back in the day, though, I think Bill Hill consulted for quite a nice fat fee. If I remember, it was 10 or 12,000 a year, unlimited. Who knows? But anyways, just for all you old guys out there, tell me what you think. Do you remember Bill Hill News Reports? Were you ever a consulting client for him? What's changed since then? Anyhow, thanks. Like, share, subscribe. Tell me what you think, though. Leave a comment. Thanks.